everybody, it's Jeff, Aromatics. What's going on? I'm out here enjoying myself, smoking my pipe, and drinking a fantastic fresh roast coffee. For the longest time, I would roast my own beans using a modified popcorn popper, but they don't last forever, especially when you are roasting dark roast. The popcorn poppers just aren't meant for that kind of heat, and eventually they just burn out. So I just go and buy another $5 one at a thrift store. But lately they've been harder and harder to find, and when you get them new, their prices have been going up. So I thought maybe it's time I look around for a better type of roaster. I did look in the past, and I never saw anything that looked like it would be something I would be able to or would want to use. They're either too expensive or too smoky, or I'd have to use inside and I don't have the right ventilation. But then I noticed that now they have these new kind of hot plates. I'll show you right here. It looks kind of like a crock pot, and it just rotates the beans. And at first I was skeptical, but I thought, I'll give it a try. And I did, and wow, I'm really surprised. It roasted. I've done a bunch of batches, and I'm really happy with it. It was a great purchase. So I am drinking some Ethiopian coffee that I did a medium roast. I'm trying light and medium roasts now too. I'm more of a dark roast guy, but it's very interesting. Anyway, enough with the coffee. Let's get on with pipe tobacco. And today I'm going to do a video on 5 Virginia Periques with a twist. So what makes these different is, instead of just being your regular, Virginia mixed with a Perique at different ratios or different types of Virginia, what this does is add maybe another component to it to just give it something extra, but yet it's still basically at its core a Virginia Perique. So let me get my pipe lit up and we'll talk about it. So I am smoking my Stacy Benson cob, which I haven't smoked in a long time, but it's a good Virginia pipe. So since this is a Virginia, I figured I would use it. My buddy's been telling me I got to start using matches, so I have been. So in here what I'm smoking is what we'll start off with, and that is 4 Noggins Weybridge. Now I did a review of this maybe a couple years ago, and at first it was okay. I wasn't too impressed. To me it was just like a real tangy, vinegary type of Virginia with some spice to it. And it was just kind of overpowering. It was supposed to have a nutty burley. I didn't really taste it. I did enjoy it, but it was just kind of a little bit harsh. Well, man, oh man. I am not usually one of these guys that makes a big deal about aged tobacco, but this is one of the few for me that it actually does a really good job when you age it. It really makes a difference. Now it is toned down. You still got those tart and tangy Virginias. They're not as vinegary as they were at first. You still got that nice spice, but now those nutty sweet burleys come through. It's probably one of my most smoked blends right now. It went from like just kind of a regular tobacco to, once it's aged, to probably one of my go-to Virginia Periques, just because it's not as boring as some if you like the red Virginias, because this is more on the red side. I just find they get kind of boring to me, but this with that extra burley just gives it some complexity and some sweetness. It's just a really good tobacco. So if it's 4 Noggins, if you've never tried it, definitely check it out. But you got to give it some. This one is one of the very, very few that I would say requires some age. All right, so here's one that it's actually probably more of a Virginia dark fired than it is a Virginia Perique, but I haven't really used this tobacco or talked about it on my channel yet, and I know that A.T. Velo, he wanted me to do a review, and I might do a review of it sometime, but that is GLP's Penny Farthing. Now I think another reason why is I think I accidentally it dried out. Like, it is crispy, and there's nothing left. It's just like a fine dust almost now, so it really doesn't smoke as good. I kind of wrecked it. I might have to throw it out or something, or maybe mix it with something else and get a new tin of it, because I do enjoy it. But it already came like in a real fine shag that was already kind of dry. But it's good. It is a Virginia with some Perique and quite a bit of dark fired in there. So if you like the say Dark Bird's Eye by Gowith and Hogarth, but with a little bit of like a Perique in there, it's unique. It's kind of cool, and it's not too strong. I mean, it's a dark fired, so there's some fullness to it, but it's approachable and really good. Okay, another one. Let me get my pipe lit here. Which I probably talked about a couple times. Another GLP's blend, and that is Windjammer. So Windjammer at its core is a Virginia Perique, but it's also got a little bit of burley in there and some Black Cavendish, as well as a rum topping. Now this is one that actually, yeah, it smells really good, kind of like a Barbados fruity smell, but still at its core, it does smoke like a spicy Virginia Perique. So I would still classify it if you like Virginia Periques, but you just want some complexity or something extra. The Windjammer is really, really good. It does have a little bit of burley in there, but it's to add a little bit of sweetness and tone down some of the sharpness that some Virginia Periques can have. And that rum is a real nice addition. One problem I find with rum blends is it seems to evaporate quick. At first you really taste it, and then after it ages, it kind of disappears, which is disappointing because I really like that rum. I really do. All right, here is another one. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Really enjoying it. Now here's one. It's actually not that hard to find. I think tobaccopipes.com sells it, and that is Hearth and Home's Virginia Spice. What this is once again a Virginia Perique at its core, but this adds some Sumatra cigar leaf to it. Now I know a lot of people are kind of like, ooh, cigar leaf. If I want a cigar, I'll smoke a cigar. Well, you can still use it as a condiment, which is what it is. If nobody told me that it was there, I might not even know it was. But there is a woodiness that it gives to this blend, just an extra complexity. It does not taste like a cigar by any means. It's a tart and tangy kind of red Virginia based Virginia Perique, but just with a nice kind of flat woody taste in the background that just gives it some extra complexity and kind of tones it down and makes it more palatable, because it's mostly salt lift tobaccos in there, and I can find them, they can be a little bit harsh and edgy, but this is a really good blend as well that I've been enjoying quite a bit lately. And last but not least, another GLP's blend that I don't really enjoy it immensely myself, but I can see a lot of people liking it if you like mellower type of tobacco, but yet still really refined and complex. And that is Stonehenge Flake, which is tobaccos I'm pretty sure that are sourced from Gowith and Hogarth or Samuel Gowith, but it is blended by Gregory Pease. So it is a Virginia Perique that the Virginias have been stoved, and it's got a little bit of burley to add some body to it. It's a real creamy, soft smelling, soft smoking tobacco, but it might have a little bit of that floral Lakeland taste. I don't really taste it, but some people might, and that's a turnoff for some. But those people who are indifferent to it or enjoy it or can put up with it would probably find that this is a really nice, really good all-day, mild Virginia Perique. For those that don't really like Virginia Periques that much, but kind of are attracted to them every once in a while, maybe this is something you might want to check out. So, and it's a really beautiful flake as well. Nice presentation. So those are a few Virginia Periques with a twist. Do any of you, are there any ones that I might have forgot? These are the ones that came off the top of my head. I'm sure I have a lot more in my collection, but these are the ones that stand out to me. Are there any that stand out to you? I'd actually like to know, because I like this style of tobacco. I like Virginia Periques. I'm more of the bright Virginia if I'm gonna go that route, but if it's a red Virginia, it's really nice if it has some extra to add that twist, that complexity. So yes, leave that in the comments below if you know of any, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I'll see you on my next one. Till then, Aromatics, signing out.